Hello, Layla. How are you?
Hi Carly, I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, all good, all good. I'm really enjoying these chats. I think I'll just use it as an excuse to catch up with
Yeah.
everybody. So for anybody sort of watching who doesn't really know what these are about, yeah, good question. But I think they just catch up with people. I really want to sort of connect with different women, different experiences in lockdown and beyond, I guess, because struggles going through now will probably continue for a while. So Layla was one of the first people that I thought about because Layla was a podcast interview. So you were my first real good, I can't say it, real life feel good interview for the podcast. She was also at my launch party, and I just had my house sort of honest. You are really very real life, very honest, and lockdown, it's not all the bed of positivity, is it? So I just thought I'd catch up and see how you're doing.
Right now I'm good. And I'd say the start of lockdown I was good. About a week or so into it, I wasn't, and I went, oh right, how do I look after my family? How do I look after Chester? How do I look after Robert? And I became really down and negative about it all, and was quite scared, to be honest, thinking we're all in danger. And I think the most of that was probably down to the fact I was watching the news every single day, and it was probably playing in the background throughout the day as well, and that was really scary, seeing all those numbers and everything that was going on, and I just felt really out of control. So I did the normal thing of I spoke to Robert, but I also phoned my mum. Good old mum sorts everything out for me.
I'd love to get your mum on here one day. I think I'll have to, because she's such an inspiration.
She'd love it, to be honest. She really would. And we'll have to arrange it. So I spoke to mum, and she was doing exactly the same as me. Had the news on in the background, was listening to it on her car journeys, everywhere she went, round the house, and she said, I'm feeling really negative as well, Layla. So let's make this kind of decision to turn it off and live in the moment that we are at home, and that it might be on our own, not seeing each other, but actually enjoy those moments at home. So that's what I did. I watched the news probably on a Friday for a little bit, but not very much, and I don't let it ruin or run what I'm doing for the rest of the week. So now I'm dealing with it.
Yeah, it's honestly, I'm thinking back to what 6 weeks ago, and it all feels, I don't know if it feels like yesterday or a lifetime ago now. It's all a bit blurred, but I remember looking at those figures, and first of all, it was 6 people, look at the death rate, I guess, or even just people getting it. Then the figures going up and up and up, and that anxiety and fear just, oh my goodness, it was horrible. And now almost I don't know if you feel like me, that switching off from it, you almost become a bit immune, and then when you do see the figures, it's even bigger a shock, is it? Or do we think we become a bit immune to it?
No, there's definitely that immunity during the week when you go on your sort of daily exercise for your walk or whatnot, and you'll see people and you kind of go, oh, well, I know I have to keep that 2 meters apart, and it's become normal, and that, this is just what we have to do. But like you say, that once a week when you see those figures, I must admit I was shocked when I heard them over the weekend as to how high we are now, and it did take me a good few hours to break myself away from that thought of, oh my goodness, all of these poor families, poor people. Luckily, touch wood, at the moment, no one's really been hit by it in a detrimental way in our family. So that's quite a positive thing for us. Believe people have had it, but it's not had a bad outcome. But I do know of some people, and it's that feeling of helplessness at the moment that I'm struggling with the most. You can't go and be there for your friends that need you to be there. So,
that's a hard one, isn't it? We're all going through this massive thing, and we'd normally turn to each other, and we are. I mean, Zoom meetings and house party and all that, they're going through the roof. But just that in-person connection, somebody would normally sort of help you through things. So I think that's what's been really hard about it for me, and probably for yourself, is that you'd want to go through it with those people, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. You hear of all these people losing loved ones, and like I say, I know people that have, and you can't do what you'd normally do. You'd normally go around for a brew, give them a hug, you know, give them some flowers, or just, you know, that company to say I'm here. And actually you can't do that really personal thing anymore. It's on a video chat like we're doing, and it's lovely, but you can't comfort someone through a 2D video chat, not in the same way anyway, I don't think.
No, I can't wait for it all to get back to normal. But how is it affecting you sort of personally? How are you finding it personally there, you know, as a little unit, a family unit? How is it?
With as a family unit, we're dealing with it. Robert's still working. I'm not, so I'm finding that a little bit hard, in the sense that I'd only just sort of gone back from maternity.
Oh, yeah.
Dealing with all of that anxiety to start with. And, you know, I wasn't really coping with it very well, but I was learning to manage it, to then kind of being thrown back out of work because of Chester's nursery having to close. So I think I'm a bit anxious at the thought of what am I going to do when I do go back to work, because I'm enjoying my time with him so much now that it's that whole build up again that I'm worried about. But the here and now, as a family, we're doing well, and you know, we have our routine as to what we do, and I think that's where it's helping me. I kind of know, right, well, I'll do this now and then I'll do that, and if I keep to a routine, my days are okay. If I don't, that's where I'm losing kind of that will, and that positivity goes when I don't have a bit of a list or of things to do.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I think routine, and that's something that I don't know, it took me a long time to kind of get into this, because I think it is just so alien, isn't it? None of us really know what to do in this situation. So it sounds like you're doing really, really well in that sense. But yeah, that must be hard, because like I say, yeah, it's going to feel like you've gone backwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
With maternity, like you're back on maternity leave, I guess.
It is, and you know, oh, Chester's here. Sorry, I'm just going to pick him up. Say hello. So yeah, it's lovely, and I'm enjoying every moment being able to spend with him. And trying to do, you know, the work from home stuff, which isn't necessarily easy, but you do it. You find ways of doing it. But yeah, it's the worry for me of going back to work, because I knew it wasn't great for me to start with. You know, I was already anxious going back to work and leaving him after maternity.
Yeah.
Now it's like I've got to do it twice.
Oh no. Has it made you like reevaluate anything? Like, you know, people are having sort of, for me it's just getting through it, but I am having new sort of ideas in my business, and you know, even doing new things like this. Is there anything where you are thinking, are you just going to go back to work and that's it, or is it getting you thinking other things as well?
No, it is definitely making me think of other things. You know, is there anything that I can do to make it life with me and Chester a bit more permanent, in, you know, not having to rely on going somewhere else? That would be my ultimate goal. So my head is going into a bit of a whirlwind as to trying to think of plans. But yeah, I definitely want things to change. I'm enjoying the family time we're having.
Yeah.
Throughout all of this, like on the days that Robert isn't working, we are going on family walks, or we're doing things as our group, because we can only interact with each other now. So forward thinking, I want that to stay the same, you know, that we do spend that time together, obviously with others eventually, but making time moving forward. So hopefully that will continue. I don't know if it's the same for you guys.
Yeah, I think it is, and I think from people I've spoken to so far, that is one big positive from this. Like I say, it's not all singing and dancing and amazing, but it's, yeah, that's the big thing, is it the connection that we all seem to have lost our way a little bit, because the world got so busy, and I think hopefully that's going to continue. But I suppose that's down to us to a certain degree, just not to get swept back into it, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people straight away will go, oh right, we can go out, and they'll indulge in that. Well, certain groups of people certainly will. But then you'll get the others that will probably go, well, I've done all right for so many months without this, that or the other. you know, and it's a bit like people going out for the coffee every day, you know, and actually they thought that they had to go out and do that, where now they're not able to do it. And, you know, do you have to do that every day? You probably don't, you know.
It's interesting, isn't it? I don't know which way I'll go, because I think I'm missing things. It's almost people race back to it, or like I said, do you sit back and think, do I need it? What do you think you'll do, Layla?
I think a mixture of the two. I'm liking the fact that actually I'm not spending unnecessarily at the minute. You know, like they're going out and buying your lunch at a supermarket or going for a coffee somewhere. Actually, I can do those things at home, and I'm still enjoying myself and eating the thing, you know, and actually, so I'm saving little bits of money that ordinarily I wouldn't have done. So that's always nice. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and carry on saving, seeing it as, you know, this is a learning curve, and try and carry on, because obviously once I do go back to work, I've got nursery to pay for and all of that again. So I'm not going to be saving for very long, but if I can make small changes, then, you know, that will help make our family life better in the future anyway.
Yeah, I think you're right there. There's certain things like I've never had more of an appreciation for hairdressers and nail technicians.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Honestly, as soon as I can put back in, my nails just awful. So I think there's things in it. I suppose this really heightens what I'm all about, I guess, and what we chat about for.
Yeah.
Self-care. It almost is what is true self-care. What is really feels
what's important to you. Yeah.
I think it will answer it. Maybe we've got too swept away in the things that actually aren't that important. But
yeah.
Things like make yourself feel nice, your nails and things. Like even say I've thrown on a bit of colour, because just little things, isn't there, you can do too.
Yeah, well, today I put on some makeup, because I knew that I was speaking to you, so I was like, well, let's, you know, it's a reason to wear makeup, you know, trying to make myself, make some effort, and I always feel great when I wear makeup, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely when you can go bare skin, and, you know, it is, you don't have to do it, but actually putting it on makes me feel, you know, like I've got a purpose for the day, you know. So that's always good. And, you know, I just thought, actually, it's quite, like you say, it's important to me, you know, to feel good about yourself. And it doesn't really matter if it's not important to someone else, it's what's right for you. So, like you say, people go back and you'll go and book your hair in first thing and go for your nails, and that's what you want to do. So, but other people might say, well, I'm not bothered about my nails or my hair. I can, you know, and that's fine. It's about what's important to each individual, and I think we've got to realise that and remember that it's what's right for us isn't right for others.
Yeah, it's our own journey, isn't it, as we've always said. Definitely. Yeah. Well, I'll leave it there. I'll let you get back to Chester and get on with your day as such. Thank you so much. It's been so nice to catch up.
No problem. Nice to talk to you. Have a good day.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.